What's going on, YouTube? I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. Listen, fellas, you want to get your face wash, your skincare routine intact? I use Tiege Hanley. It's a daily face wash with an AM, PM moisturizers with instructions in the box that's very clear on how to get it together. I know this is not something common that us men do, but it's very important that we take care of our skin. On top of that, the ladies love it. Get yourself a box of Tiege Hanley. It comes in the mail, ships within a week. If you click the link in my description, you would get 40% off your first order and 20% off a lifetime. On top of that, sign up to the app and you'll get even more deals. Me, I got a special. I got the grooming kit. I was able to get my nail clippers and everything that I needed to get myself together to go outside. Tiege Hanley is the way when I tell you the perfect men's skincare routine. Get yourself a box of Tiege Hanley.
Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Men Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Men Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
no captivity.
just in case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Men Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Men Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Men Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
Hey, he should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on the
Come on
panel.
up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
No,
indentured servitude?
that's my dog. Those are for minutes. Those are definitely for minutes.
No, don't influence him. He can
No,
make
that's
his
my
decision.
partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? I appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. If y'all can see that. That's the name of his channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. That's I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He could have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate you, Grown Man Talking.
What is going on? What is going on, YouTube? We are live, and we are back in the building. And let me bring some of the ladies up. It's on the panel tonight. What is good? We are here. Special shout outs to y'all. Yeah, we are in for a good show tonight. We are in for a good one, ladies. Ladies, how has y'all week started? I'm gonna start off with you, my beautiful wife, Thea. What's up?
Well, it's been good. It's been good. Yesterday we had some, little festivities for someone's birthday. So
Let's
that was
roll it.
lovely. Mm-hmm.
Oh, say we outside.
Yes, big up
Outside. Word.
Mhm.
Your boy
Around
turned
the-
23 again. So, with that being said,
Okay.
Kit, you there? What up, Kit? What up, Ash? Y'all there?
Welcome.
Talk to me. All right. It looks like they figuring things out right now with some technical stuff. What's up, Tia? Tia, talk to us. You can hear us? Could we hear you is the question. Oh, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you. You got your headphones out? See if they off. See, make sure you're not connected to nothing. Until then, let's move on to Uma. Uma, what's
Hi
poppin'?
guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear. Loud and
Awesome.
clear.
Happy birthday to you, Mingo. So excited.
Thank you.
I didn't realize you were a Libra. It's like I loved you before. I love you even more now because my man is a Libra. His birthday was on Sunday. So we turned up over the weekend too. So congratulations. I know
Oh, well, shout outs to him.
yeah, you guys look like you had a good time. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
we enjoyed it. We enjoyed
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you
Oh, so we
now.
gotta get the headphones in, okay?
Hey, I ain't mad at you. All right. Thank you so much, Uma. I really appreciated that. Thank you for the birthday love. Please tell your man I said happy birthday as well.
I
You know what
will.
I'm saying? Dope is dope.
Birthday.
Listen, it's a gift to see another year, right? So it's a blessing. We're just
Absolutely.
gonna keep it with that, right? Ash is in the building, Kit's in the building, just justify
Hey,
what it do, what it
Tia.
do, what it do. All right, blockchain, what up? Wall Street, what up? We got the chat, E305, what up? Ladies, so let's start with, since we had Uma, we spoke to my wife. What's going on, Kit? Oh, now we can't hear you now. What's going on?
Oh, it's just my mute button. It's okay. I'm
All
not
right.
fired. Look, you know what's not up? Sleep. Sleep is not up. And we need to get that quotient back into the records because right now it is in hell where I'm so tired, guys. But anywho, it was a great weekend. If you guys missed it, we were back there with some of the panel members. We did a app panel. It was really cool. So that was great. Happy birthday to you again, Mr. GMC.
Thank you.
We yeah, I can't party with you young people. You young people, y'all are Sprite and y'all like, y'all have like, vitality and I be looking for my grandma blanket. So
Well, Lauren, he was out early. Yeah.
Man,
we'll just say one word, screwball, and we're gonna leave it there.
Probably recovering. But no, guys, we actually have all of the carnival details together. So I'm super excited to actually be sharing the links and sending the information out to you all. It's July 2025, St. Lucia. It's going to be an amazing time. Also, we have our cooking classes and everything available from the Edible Incredible. Reach out to me if you have any questions. And last but not least, our book, She Stays Baked, is on Amazon. I will throw the link in the chat. And you guys can actually have that for your holidays and for all your cooking. It teaches you all how to infuse 5 different mediums and how to use that in your everyday cooking and baking. So, and there might be a recipe in there for some famous, butter crunch cookies that, you hear Biggie speak about that you can make that has a little extra kick to them. I'm not, that's just like, that might be in there. So.
Shout outs to the Bucks. Don't forget the cops. And then let's also not forget Professor. Professor has his book coming out as well. Please stay tuned. When he comes on Sunday, he'll give you more info to it. So,
I'm excited. We've been chit-chatting about it.
Right. Ash, what up, Ash? Ash is in the building.
Not
Shout
much.
out to you.
Just happy to be here as usual. Trying to get over this cold and do homework. I'm multitasking.
Again?
Yes. It's my life at this point.
Man.
I stay with a cold.
I see that.
You got taps, you got a cold. Okay. If they go to anybody, look, if you got any young ones and they go to anybody's school system, 9 times out of 10, you got the ick, nasty, scratchy, and everything else. So
yes. Oh yeah.
Well wishes to you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh man. All right. So Jess, what up, Jess? How you feeling? What you got going on? You want to tell us what's new on your channel before we start? Hello, you on mute too?
We love the mute button.
Just on my live tomorrow. That's about it.
and other things in the back. But you know, I don't talk until it rolls closer.
Till it pop off. I feel you. I feel you. All right. So we got that going on, and she talk to us.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So your girl, she been just living life, you know, finding that consistency, keeping the healthy boundaries at a healthy place. I took some of you guys' advice, you know, for the dating world, you know what I'm saying?
You took my advice, right? Because you can't listen. They always say take the men's advice. Don't listen to the women. The women.
Your advice, but Uma has some good
I
stuff
mean,
too.
listen to
So
us a little
Uma
bit. 'Cause we
definitely
be
has some
saying
stuff
some
on there.
stuff too.
You know what? As a matter of fact, speaking of marriages and making sure that you follow great advice, GMT, I'm about to send you something about what happens when you don't marry the right person and what can happen to you. I'm gonna
I'll look
send
at
you
that. I'll look at that next week. So with
Petty.
that being said, y'all,
Not
I got a
next week.
question. Let's get this show started. I got a question, ladies. Before I'm not even gonna play a video for this one. I just wanted to ask. Dating, right? What does it take for a man to truly, because this is something I want to help the fellas with. What does it take for a man to truly be prepared on that very first date that's going to hold your attraction? I would like to start with the ladies that's out there currently dating. So, Ash, let's take this one by the horns.
All right. I will say one, you gotta smell good, right? Like I should smell you before I see you. Like that's gonna. I'm gonna be like.
That's
you
too
know
much
what,
damn cologne.
No,
You have
we
the
gotta
right
find the one
cologne.
that
I
smells
mean,
good.
if it
Yeah.
smells good enough, I don't care how strong it is. Cause yes, I want to be like, oh, that smell good, and then it's my date smelling good like that. Brownie points. Cause yes, sir. Have a seat. But gentlemen, don't be all up on me. We're strangers. It's the first date. Relax. Don't be all up on me. Conduct yourself as a gentleman. Be polite. Be pleasant. Have good conversation. Yes, that's a big one. Like, don't be sitting up there, one, talking about yourself 24/7. Like, engage in good conversation. We shouldn't be sitting there staring at each other on the first date. Like, there's so much to talk about. Let's dive in. Stay off your phone. That's a big one. Like, don't even bring it. Like, leave it in the car or something.
Bring your phone.
Leave it in the
What
car.
you mean?
Leave it in the car.
Wait a minute.
Leave it in the car. If you
But
need to
that
check
man
the
got
car,
responsibilities. He can't leave his phone in the car. Your phone in the car?
No.
Your phone in the car?
nah, I need my phone just in case I need to call. I need to call somebody for
Boom.
help.
Boom.
He
Him
not supposed to
too.
be protected from me. Nah, he big. He can walk away. He got this.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think just be pleasant, have conversation, be interesting. You know, you don't gotta do too much. Just be yourself. Be yourself. I think that's it. There's not too much.
Okay.
I think there's more things he can do to deter me, but I just need him to just good conversation and smell good and dress good too. Like act like you.
Man, you got a lot of rules. I was expecting her to land that plane a long time ago. She just sound like Kit.
It's like if you're coming on a date, like why not put your best foot forward? Like why not put some effort into your appearance if you're coming on a first date with me? Like try, because
I guess the bigger question is
try.
People would expect me to like put some effort into my appearance. Like they don't want me to just be out like hoodie, sweatpants. Like, hey, I just rolled out of bed. I'm here. You know, act like you
All
were
right.
here to see me.
Because I already know all the ladies are going to agree with you on that one. So I guess the other question would be, is how important is a man with swag, confidence? Is that super important for a man to enter a date with you?
So here's the thing, right? So on a first date, before you even had that date, y'all have probably had some level of conversation, right? Y'all have interacted. Y'all had to get to the point to decide that y'all wanted to go on a date. So for me, it's important that they paid attention to our conversations. And it's like, you know, if we were talking about something, they can even bring that back up to show that they actually were interested in paying attention to what we were talking about in previous conversations. A lot of what Ash said was factual. Like, make sure that you present in a way that this is your job interview. Make sure that you get make sure we give you the opportunity to want to come back, right? Like, you know what, we want to bring you back for a second round interview because this first round was amazing and you gave us, good, energy. You had, proper communication. Like, this is something we should explore, right? And that's really what it should look like. Another big thing is, and I know men think that this is a farce, but I need someone to show me that chivalry isn't dead, right? Opening a car door, opening a restaurant door, pulling out a seat, it just shows that you have gentleman qualities. Like, you're a man by default. What makes you a gentleman? What makes it that I should want to invest and spend more time with you? And yeah, and get a plan. Oh my God. Like, your hands and your face are like the ways that you first communicate with people. Either you're shaking a hand or you're smiling or something. If you look like you got hit with a bag of hot nickels, that's just an automatic default. Like, we can't do this anymore.
Did you say a dental plan?
Oh, I'm very big about a dental plan. Do you see these things?
Yeah, I agree. 1000%.
I am fanatical. Also, if you bite your nails, that's an automatic no-go. And I know that probably sounds petty, even for a first date, but my theory is this: if you bite in your nails, that means you touching the world, and then you put the world back in your mouth, and then somehow you might want to try to put the world on me. And that's a problem for me, But other than that,
Hey, my wife is freezing up over there. Her internet looks, and she's right upstairs. What's going on?
Spectrum. Like, y'all picking and choosing who you want to be right for in the house? That's petty.
It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's go to, any other ladies could talk and speak on this. How important, because I know most of y'all agree with Kid, but some women out here don't really care. Kid and also Ash. Some women out here say, you know what, swag, the way a man's demeanor is and all of that, don't really matter. It's more if he can hold a conversation, if he's polite, if he's a gentleman. Those things matter more than the dude that comes out with this quote unquote confidence that a lot of women say they want. Now, am I right or wrong about that? Because when I hear women say that, I'm like, are you capping or are you telling the truth?
The guy don't have too much distractions. I know the looks is very important, most certainly, but the conversation is so important. Eye contact, where
Say, what about
and
me? Go
how,
ahead.
what we're gonna do. It could just be in a park. It could be at a restaurant. Just being mindful and being demure about where we go. Having fun and just because I like to dress up. So wherever we go, you're gonna find something about me that's vibrant. And I want that guy to be like, okay, I can match your aesthetic. So just have a good time.
Okay. So you're not big on that demeanor that I was talking about, right? That extra swaggy dude. You're not big on that, right?
No, I don't care about name brands because I love like when women and men put pieces together. When they really they know the code. Like, we're going out for coffee.
Well,
We going out.
swag is not name brands,
like
though.
that.
That's not name brands. That's
Exactly.
a
But you know the
demeanor.
code, how to dress
No,
up for it. I don't expect
but
you to
not-
wear a bonnet.
No, you're talking more aesthetics, and I think they're talking more as far as overall persona, like
demeanor and
attitude, not
style.
necessarily like what you're wearing, because you can make a corny dude look good. You know what I'm saying? It's more about when they come into a space, like having that kind of swag, and what he's talking about demeanor is like they can come into a space and attention is got whether they wanted it or not. It's not like they had to do much to get it, but their presence is felt before you can almost even see them. Kind of like that kind of energy, like something that makes you turn around and be like, okay, Zaddy.
Now there's a reason why I'm asking this question, but that's why I want to. Yeah, that je ne sais quoi, like my wife just said. But there's a reason why I asked this question. And I wanted to go around the panel before I I really delve into it and try to gauge y'all. Just how important is that for you?
What you mean, like the swag?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the mind tops everything. Looks attract, then the mind for me.
Okay. That's it.
I mean, like, I agree with things that the other lady said too and everything. So,
So you're more on
That's
the
top
mind
on my
more
list.
than I got you. That's why it's Mind Your Mind with Just Justified. So Uma,
Very on brand.
and
Very
then
on brand.
right, exactly. What's important to you when you met your man that he possessed?
Oh gosh. Well, first of all, I agree with everything the ladies say. And I love swag. He's from New York, Brooklyn, born and raised. New York men just have the swag, and I love the swag. But the swag for me represents confidence. And I'm a very confident woman, so I like a man to match my confidence. So I do want a man to have swag. Is it a deal breaker? No, it's not a deal breaker. Like Jess said, if he's a really intelligent guy, and he can hold a conversation and bring interesting things into my life, I'm open to it. But I just tend to go for the guys with the swag. My man has a ton of swag and I love it.
Okay. So swag is important. Wife. Well, how was it? What did you see in me? Was it my swag? What was it? What was it that was attractive when we first met?
I mean, there was definitely physical attraction. You're my type. Like, I like tall, dark, handsome. One of the great attributes is your sense of humor. So the fact that you could like make me laugh till I cried was like a big turn on. Like, I love that. I love the fact that you can make me laugh. We can make each other laugh, and it's a genuine, hearty laugh. Like, I love it. So that is a big thing. Definitely the family orientation. How I saw you, how you dealt with your mom. Very doting, but not cringy where it's like, you a mama's boy? Like, what's wrong with you? It wasn't like that. It was a really good, healthy balance.
No mama's boys.
Definitely not a mama's boy, but you love your mama, so I can appreciate that. So those type of attributes, just like I could tell that you weren't just about being outside or being seen. Like, you had a drive of a purpose of what you wanted to do, but you took care of home, i.e. family. So those are my big things.
And
once
I just want to point this out, but GMT, I just want to point out that she actually listed attributes that she loved about you that had nothing necessarily to do with her specifically, but just about who you were as a person. I say that because before, when we were on this panel, we asked, what is it that you like about your wife or when you were dating? And everything came down to how she
why you gotta bring up old stuff? That was like 2 weeks ago. We're not talking about
memory is like a damn elephant. Blame the brain. Okay.
Who's talking about?
I just want to make
like
sure
it, because elephants are my favorite animal.
No, let's stay on code. Listen, look, ladies. Yeah, very Aries, like all over the place. With that being said,
got elephants all around the house.
Hold up, because there's another Aries in here. Nope, we're not doing that.
I'm just saying.
That's right. There will be no Aries slander.
All right, this astrology crap. Listen,
your own wife is an Aries. Wait, is she?
I don't. Yeah, she is. So with that being said, listen, ladies, check it out. why I'm asking this is because a lot of women with the say they like the swag. What I believe is that a lot of women, when they get a man with a certain amount of swag, let's say he's the guy that turns a lot of heads. How do you deal with that? Because that brings a sense of, to me, insecurity. That brings like, okay, you say you want that, but it shows that you really want the man that every woman wants.
I
How
feel
does
like
that work?
Uma touched on that with the I feel like Uma touched on that when she said, the swag was a big, attraction for her, but because there's a confidence level there and she's a confident woman. So even for me, I feel the same way. Like you have a charismatic type of energy to you. So I mean, I feel like I match that. Like we can go into different spaces and people be like, oh, who that? Oh, and who's that? You know what I'm saying? Even if we're not together. So I feel like if you match that person, it's not going to be a big deal. Or at least, like you said, the security, if you're secure in yourself, then that's not going to be a factor. Like who got time to be pressed like that? That's too much.
But I think it's different though, because men don't. We want women that's attractive. We want women that's beautiful. But we have to deal with certain men in a certain way because we know that most men want you. But then you see that when the most women want your man and you get very close with your man, you tend to, a lot of women, I'm not saying y'all, right? But we're trying to break this down broad, that a lot of women end up feeling very insecure when that man is out in the world and he's around other women. So that was my point of asking this is, all right, you can be confident all day. That has nothing to do with all these other women that are like, yo, I want your man. I want him.
I think it goes.
And I'm gonna try to take
trust thing though, because if there's trust
You
in
can
that
step up and get
relationship,
slapped up.
I mean, unless you give reasons to.
Say that, Jess.
No, I think there's like a trust level that
Sorry,
needs to be there. If there's trust in the relationship, then you shouldn't be like, on hyper alert. You should be making each other secure in that relationship. Or you should feel secure in that relationship.
Right. And my man Wall Street said it right here. He said swag usually comes with baby mothers, poor credit, and possible. Oh, baby oil? What is this? Puff Diddy? This is a Diddy party? Yo, you're something else, man. So and that's what I was worried about because I had that conversation and I'm like, could women really handle a real confident man, a man that demands attention? That's a different type of man. When a man could walk into a room and everyone is like, who's that? Beyond it might be his height, the way he looks, the way he carries his shoulders, his back. That's something different. That's something a lot of women want. So usually when women get that, man, I usually see a lot of women have problems. And also, right, in some cases, I'm not going to say all, but in some cases, like Wall Street said, that comes with multiple baby mamas and baby oil. So that's why I kind of wanted to bring that up. I wanted to kind of gauge your thoughts on it, being that I had a conversation about it today. All right. We're going to get into the main topic because I'm not going to keep y'all long tonight. So we are going to get into the main topic. Are y'all ready for the videos?
Yeah, I love the strippers. Yeah, I love the strippers. Yeah, I love the strippers.
I feel like in that podcast, you really didn't speak on it. You kind of just...
I love strippers. Date one? Probably so. Wife one?
Right.
Probably so.
Probably so. She would probably... Would she have to stop stripping?
Yeah, we're done with that life.
Right.
We're done. I wouldn't be the nigga that I am if you're still stripping.
Right.
I'm rich.
You're rich.
And unemployed. You're unemployed too. Let's go.
We're out of here.
All right. So I wanted to start this one, ladies, right? There's a level where you see a lot of rich men, right? Huh?
He is something else.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? There's a lot of rich men, as you would say. they'll wife the stripper for a reason. And it's usually because what I say, it's usually on candy. So you'll see a lot of men that have a lot of money, and it's usually for that reason. But when it comes down to, making good decisions, would you trust your daughter would you trust your daughter around her mother if she was a stripper? That's why I posed the question. Ladies, I don't believe can separate the two. Your lifestyle from what you could teach your daughter, because eventually it will come out, even if you try to. Even if you try to. So I would love to go around the panel. I wanted to set it there. Yeah, I'm making y'all think about that. I see that. And let's get into the topic. Go ahead, Tia. What you got to say about it?
Say that question again, because I was like, what? Does that mean any job, or it depends on the job that she does as a career?
I'm specifically talking about sex workers.
Okay.
That's
That is a
different
lot, 'cause I
from
don't
a
do
stripper
that.
though, because
Yeah.
the sex workers
Stripper's
like
not a
a
sex worker.
stripper. A stripper is a stripper. She
Stripper's
doesn't
not
got-
a sex worker? Are y'all serious?
It's not. It's not.
No, by
It is?
definition.
No.
Wait, by
No,
definition,
prostitute's
by
a
law.
sex
Wait,
worker.
I literally just did like a deep dive on this because my brain is different, and I have posed
Yeah, it
the
is.
question. You know what? To hell you go. I literally had posed the question because I always wondered, why is it that a woman can strip down to her nether regions, and it's okay for a man to fondle and dance and all the those activities, but the moment that she decides to engage in sexual activity, it now becomes illegal, right? The only place in the U.S. that has legal sex workers is in rural Nevada. And they have healthcare set up. They have everything that you would have. They have, Bunny Ranch is one of them. Like, they have several out there, and they're all sanctioned for that area. I say this to say, I wanted to make a point about that no, by definition alone, and I would really appreciate if, as people, we learn how to stop putting our feelings behind definitions.
No.
A stripper is a stripper. She's not a sex
No,
worker.
I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do
Why
that.
not?
You're not
For
going to let me
years,
tell the truth and be honest?
no,
Like,
that's not
that's
this
sucky.
cat. For years, if I could
not.
see your box, you spread it wide eagle for every man to
Most
see.
clubs don't even
Trust
let
me
you
when I
go
tell you,
topless, so you ain't seeing no cat at the strip club.
you say most clubs, and then that's false. That's not most clubs. That's some clubs. A lot of clubs, even still, you take that woman to the back, and if you have the right amount of money,
Not
even
in the
in
state
those
of
topless
Virginia.
clubs, unless there's a
North Carolina,
bodyguard or
North
somebody
Carolina
standing
lets you
back
go
there.
topless, but you ain't taking
Again,
no bottoms off. In Virginia,
but it
you
depends,
go
because in
topless.
Texas you can go. It
Still
depends.
don't.
In Texas you can
Y'all,
go full nude. Like I'm
well,
telling
hold on,
you. Like,
y'all are arguing semantics. What I'm saying right now is we cannot take away from strippers being sex work. It is all
They're not
delicious.
sex workers.
No,
They're
it-
not having sex.
sex
They're
workers.
entertaining. They're on the stage. They're entertaining.
Oh my
They shaking a little
God.
tail. They're not.
No,
It's
what
a
you're
form.
doing, no, what you're doing is you're conflating the fact that here's the thing. Some strippers are only strippers. Now, some sex workers can be strippers. Not all strippers are sex workers. Stop
Right.
conflating the two and stop blending them. There are some women who literally, look, what was Players Club? That bitch was going to school. She was stripping. She was coming home to her chap and her man. Like, why is it that she was trying to pay to educate herself so she didn't have to strip? And no, she
You
wasn't.
talking about a movie?
But
I know what strippers do.
I
Okay?
literally,
Some
okay,
strippers,
so I can
some
share you,
strippers
I
don't
can
do
share
that.
you a post where women like, okay, you know what? What do I know? I
I know a lot of dancers that don't have sex with their customers. So
I just know.
Well, you know, there is a song that says there's no X in the champagne room.
Yes.
Girl.
Oh my God! Listen. The question is, if it's not that bad, right? As sex workers, would you let your daughter do it?
Hell no. And my son can't date one either. Nope.
I will not. Absolutely not. That's an
Right.
absolutely
Thank you.
no.
Thank you.
Hard
so
no.
going across the panel, we know that there's a problem with it. So call it what you want. Oh, it's not sex work. What?
I'm not
Only
even gonna
because
go.
what? Because what? Because men feel a way about it. Why is it only a problem? I want to know. I want your honest opinion. You go there. Let's go there. Let's go there.
I look crazy.
I feel like I'm not gonna judge anybody's, personal decisions, what they want to do, what they want to do. But I'm not. What I'm gonna no, I don't want to say judge because I feel like my opinion is a judgment. I would say I can't tell you what to do because you're grown. If you are a consenting adult and you decided that's what you want to do, that's your business. However, my point of view on it is there's a level of degradation there.
That last
So
comment
it's like it's too
because little models do.
So if I touch you, Mingo,
I look at it as a level of degradation. If you gotta see my tiggle bitties and all of that, like just to get a couple of ones, like
I mean, your sexuality is the money value at the moment. Like, that's so
right. That's what you're doing. You talking about models, right? You can't compare. That's apples and oranges. If you're a model and you're putting yourself out there as something that's completely different.
Well,
when you're a
let's
stripper,
look at
you're
when you
literally sitting on someone's lap.
When you say models,
everything.
Mingo, when you say models, that's the clothing usually, isn't it? That's the main focus of what models' purpose is for, to model the clothes. Of course, they have the body requirements and all that other stuff and ways that models look overall. But the main focus for model is to model the clothing, not advertising their sexuality and their body.
You're
to
selling
gain
merchandise. You're
revenue.
not selling your body.
Right.
But what you're saying is you're selling merchandise. You're not selling your body. As a stripper, you're selling your body. You're selling a fantasy. You're selling your everything God gave you. That's what you're selling. That's what's on display. You know what I'm saying? And again, to me, I feel like there is a level of degradation to that. Like sometimes you hear a lot of these stories, you know what I'm saying, where a lot of these strippers either have to put themselves in a space of being under the influence, whether that is an illicit drug or under alcohol, just so they can get in a space to strip. So why do that? Why have to dull your senses in order to take off your clothes if you didn't feel some kind of way about it? If you didn't feel like there was a level of, oh my gosh, I'm going to be embarrassed. Oh my gosh, I'm going to, what if I see somebody who knows me? What if Deacon so-and-so come in here? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do all of that if there's not a level of shame to it?
Well, I think most people drink at the club, though. So I think it's just the environment. I don't think it's to desensitize anything. I think it's just the environment. You're at the club, you drink, I know a lot of dancers that won't even drink while they're on stage because they be doing a lot of performances and you can't be tipsy with your feet on the ceiling. So
right. You said you can't. You said you can't be tipsy with your feet on the ceiling.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that
She's talking about P Valley, boy, Mercedes.
Okay. Nah,
all right. We staying off of P Valley. We'll get kids started.
And she used to have her feet on the ceiling. She was killing it. Distraction fire. And she out of Charlotte. Shout out to
But wait,
Distraction.
why is it Don't Get Kids Started? I've never even seen the show. Why is it about me?
Oh, you never seen it? Because I know you be watching these wild shows, man.
No. First things first, I put you on the quality television. You tried.
I ain't gonna cap. You did. You
tried.
You did.
I mean, you put on Supercell, so.
Already watched it, waiting for the next season. You late, boo.
All right, let's talk about that next again.
Okay, one thing I'm gonna say is I really wish. Here's the thing, right? Again, you do have some strippers who will go the extra line to make the bread because they can detach and separate, what they're doing sexually for their job versus how they interact with their personal people. I think the bigger issue is that we stigmatize them so much to a point where it's like everyone loves strippers and you can't say that people don't. It's a $1 billion industry, right? Like, and the crazy thing is that they actually have to pay the club to go and dance. So it's a whole different world and scene. I think the bigger issue is that there are literally some women who go to make their money and go home. And for whatever reason that they decided to do it, whether it was bills, whether it was, you know, paying for school, like, you know, because there's Becky's that do it too. They'll go and strip and pay for school or whatever the case is. We don't separate them. And it's kind of like how we reoffend people who've been to jail, right? They come out and then they automatically are still seen as these criminals and still seen as these bad people, no matter how much time they've done, no matter how they pay their debt to society. Once someone becomes a stripper, it's like automatically we put them in this light of they're less than, we, you know, don't know about, like they're the bottom half, but people pay billions of dollars every year to see these same women that they absolutely can't stand. I really just wish that we could.
Why are you saying we can't stand?
But y'all,
it's not that
you can't stand them, because if you could stand them, it would be okay for your son to date one. You can't stand them because if it wasn't,
you know what? You
can't stand them because if you could,
let me tell you why.
You can stand them long enough to go and see them, and you can stand them long enough to have a titty shake in your face, but you can't stand them enough for them to actually date someone. Even
when would you realize that men could look? Hold on, kid. Let me help you understand this. Right? I don't know when. Hold on. I don't know when you will understand that men look at things a lot different than y'all do. We could separate the two. I could say, okay, I had sex with her, but I don't even like her. Men could do that. Men could say, that's a stripper. Would I date her? Probably not. Would I sleep with her? Yes. Would I want my kid to be with a one? No. And it has nothing to do with that is a job. It's considered sex work. You are opening your inside so someone can see it. Even if it's a a bottom club and whatever, and it's just you taking your top off. That's someone's daughter. Yeah, I don't want my daughter doing that. There's so much more a woman could do to make money in this world, I'm sorry, than try to use the excuse of, I got to show my body to do it. And the more we try to promote stuff like that, like it should be okay, that's that liberal bullshit.
First things first, understanding does not equal agreeance. I need for you people to understand this shit. Like, what world do we live in? Like, I can understand something and not agree to it and not have it be for me. You know, that is an actual thing. And people love to do this whole, well, I feel, well, it's because of how I feel. Oh, fuck your feelings. Your feelings don't pay not one bill. Like, put them in your pocket. Like,
I tell that to you every day.
Again, exactly. What?
Stay out the comments. Stay out the comments.
No, Kenny said that he pays to watch monkeys in the zoo. And I said he is the monkey in the zoo, but my comment didn't post. I don't like that. Anywho, so again, I'm not saying that you all can't see the differences. I'm just saying, as a society, I wish that we would stop.
Oh, you said we hate them. We don't hate them. It's not a hate.
I didn't say that I hated them.
Men
don't. I can't stand them. There's a difference.
Okay, even to say can't stand. We don't care about them. So the whole thing is, yeah, you're not dateable. You're not dateable anymore. Most criminals become non-dateable to most women, right? Most broke men become non-dateable to women. Most whatever. You have your standards. That is what it is.
Criminals got a show and got women waiting on. What? My business.
Listen, it's not at no high. It's y'all women. Do y'all like Pookies? Yes, y'all like Pookies. But that's when you're younger. As women get older, Kit, would you date a man that went to jail for red rum?
What was the circumstances?
Right.
He was robbing a store.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, see, like that's a different thing. Like you robbing a
store. Why not forgive him? Like he's a human being. He deserves forgiveness. He served his time. Forgive him. Date him.
Is he a different person now?
Yeah. He's a different person now. So he says, right? Go ahead. But yeah, he's a different person.
But see, what you say and what your actions are different things. So we can't talk semantics when we're talking about a person's life and how mine might be in the balance. Like, no, is he a changed person? Is there evidence of said change?
From what we know, he's a changed person.
So why? So why would he not deserve an opportunity? You know, he was young. There's a lot of people that go to jail like, I did something, I was young, I was stupid, you know, circumstances. We see it all the time. Like, but again, I'm not one to ostracize people out of society unless it's something on like SVU, like criminally heinous. You understand what I'm saying? So what? She made herself available.
That's wife school. What up? So no, and the reason why I'm saying this is because look, because hold on, stop. Listen to the conversation. Jesus Christ, stop the comments. Listen, look. Yes, you were. Listen, what I'm saying is this: it's bad decisions. If a man that has a criminal record, the likelihood when his back is against the wall, he'll probably get back into that same lifestyle, right? Usually, you hear it all the time. If a woman did something strange for some change in her past to make money, sometimes she ends up reverting back to that lifestyle when her back is against the wall again, because that's what she knows how to do it. So yeah, she could be reformed. Look, let that same woman hit a hard time. She on that pole again. She's showing other men what is supposed to be yours again.
That means she just ain't grow, and that's her fault.
It happens to a lot of women. What's that?
Ain't no way you should go.
It happens to men too.
Ain't no way if what you was grinding to do in your 20s or early 20s to make money, if times get hard later on in life, you shouldn't be reverting back to that. Because how have you not learned how to hustle in different ways since then? That's a lack of growth, and that's a whole different issue.
Right. Listen, I totally agree.
Skill set.
I totally agree. Ash, world class says what up. But I totally agree with you, right? It does show a lack of growth, but we got to keep it real. What people know is what they know, especially when it comes down how to make money. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's not a good deal for a man to date a woman that had a harsh past and to consider her to be serious for marriage. Because guess what? Let's say your daughter now picked up that lifestyle, right? She ends up meeting some friends. What kind of a hypocrite would the same woman be to tell the daughter, don't do that to make money? Don't show yourself. Uma, look like I just gave you a headache.
It's
What's
so
good?
We can share the one, Uma. Don't take on one by yourself. You can just
No, I'm
share the
trying
one.
not to put my comments in this because y'all ain't gonna like what I got to say. So
I want to hear what you got to say. Let's hear it.
Well, what's the original question? Let me go back to the original question.
Well, we're more along the lines of the negative parts of dating a stripper.
So,
or a woman that was in that industry, the sex work industry.
Now it's gonna come as a shock. I actually would not date a stripper. And the reason for that is there's an energy attached to that line of work, right? So when you're in that line of work, you're going to have to be like a certain kind of way. You have to be a harder kind of woman, because think about what you're dealing with on a daily, nightly basis, right? You're dealing with men that are sex craved. You're dealing with men that are gropey. You might see fights in the club. There might be other strippers using drugs. Like there's a whole bunch of things going on that you got to deal with on a constant basis. And even if you're that good girl from the Players Club who is just doing this to go through college, at some point it's gonna break your spirit. At some point you're gonna take on the energy of that place. And we know that people bring their work home with them, right? That's why we always say, when you leave work, leave it there. When you come home, switch into your home energy. But it's really, really, unless you're really, really smart or genius level, it's really hard to switch out of that. And then you might actually become that. Even though that was not who you were when you started, by the end, you definitely will become that. And for me, I don't want to invite certain energy into my life, So that's my take on it.
I agree. Yo, to me, That's it right there, kid. Everything Uma just said right there is it. Because think about, kid, come back. Think about the energy that it takes, that, like Uma said, for a woman to actually hit the pole. You know what I'm saying? That embarrassment that she has to get over when she first started and was like, yo, I don't know these men, but they're going to see me in my most vulnerable state, naked. Now, that's what I'm giving the world, and I have to get used to it, and I have to become cold, and I have to become a different person. Go ahead, Uma.
I just wanted to say, because I have my stream running, they're listening, and they're, agreeing with everything.
Tell your stream, come over here. Tell them in the comments.
Some of them are in here. They're double. They're in here and they're in here. But I have somebody in my stream who was a former stripper. And she said, everything I said was 100%. She said that's why she would never go back to stripping, because you have to be a harder kind of woman. Like you have to deal with so many hard things, and you can't be in your feminine energy when you go into a relationship. So she was just wanting y'all to know that she won't, she's not going back.
Can you send her the link? I would love to hear from her. Can you send her the link?
You want to come over?
If she could come on the stream. So that way, because I want to actually talk to somebody that was in that lifestyle to, and that has that understanding of what it does to a woman. So let's see if we could get her on the stream. But that's why I'm saying it's not one of those things where it's like you could just do and it's nothing.
She's coming
and
over.
you could just move on again. Also, you sent her the link?
Huh? Oh no, she's coming into the comments. Professor, please.
Give her my number. Yo, so
the crazy thing about all of this is that I've never said that people don't have to become harder, because you have to change and become and embody that persona. In order to even survive and not be played, you have to become a hustler in a different way. I never said any of that wasn't true. What I said is that I would love for us to stop stigmatizing people to a point that once they have or no longer doing something, that we don't just keep them in that space. That is what I said. So all of this, kid, listen, I've heard every fucking thing. I said what I said, and I still stand on it 10 toes.
You're so rude. Look. Yo, it's crazy. But that's what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is that her TIO in the comment?
No, that's somebody else came over. Hi, Tio, but she's coming. She's on her way over.
Okay, if you could to ask her if she wants to join the live and send her the link if she doesn't mind. She don't even got to turn her camera on. If she wanted to stay off camera, just so we could hear her testimony. She don't mind giving, because I want to help women with this. So you cursing, kid? You're on mute. You're cursing for no reason. Look at that.
Actually, what I was saying is that a lot of what Uma was saying is true. It's like, and this is just an analogy, right? So Black women in IT corporate, right? You don't get to go into that space like, oh, hello, good morning, where's your muffins? Like, you don't get to be this like flighty little feminine woman, because you're in a male-centered, male-dominated industry. So you have to embody a different energy for that. But that
in the corporate world.
So are we not listening to me? No.
I'm listening to you, but I don't agree with you, because I work in corporate.
But I work in corporate IT, where there's not a lot of us, especially women. There is it growing? Is it getting bigger? Absolutely. But I literally, especially when I was working, for the bank, I was literally like the only Black woman in my section that I sat in. It was literally everybody else, and definitely not us. So again, I don't get to go into that energy being I have to go along and create a different persona that allows me to not only be seen but be heard, but not in a way that's threatening or offending, but one where I can assert myself as being a woman in this space. I can understand that strippers do exactly the same thing. What I am saying is that I personally feel like we can, case in point, the young lady that's coming over, I would love to feel like that after she stopped stripping, that people actually still saw some level of value in her. Since y'all
Oh,
just
she's a human being. We can value
y'all
her.
just basically said that she's no longer dateable or she shouldn't have, you know, anything in that regard because she did do this particular thing. I think that that's just a farce bullshit, and it's like she should still
Well,
be able to
let's
have
act.
someone that loves and wants to be with her. Like that's just bullshit.
Go ahead, Dion.
I'm a little confused because from what I surmised from the question initially was that it was if the woman is currently a stripper, not a former stripper, that if she is currently a stripper, she is not someone that a man will deem to take seriously. He's not going to wife her. He's going to sleep with her. He's going to have a good time with her, etc. The former portion, I didn't get that from the video. So I don't know if that's just an element we just
But
added
no,
to the conversation.
no. So in the video, he said that, you know, if you met the question was, we can run it back because I absolutely paid attention. The lady said, so, you know, you would date a stripper? And he said, yeah. And she said, oh, would you marry a stripper? And he said, yeah. And then she said, well, once you all get married, is she, you know, able to keep stripping? He said, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're done with that life, whatever. But she was a stripper. He was willing to date her. He was willing to marry her as a stripper. He just said, once we get married, the stripping stops. He still saw quality in her and saw that she was worthy of being marriage material sans her past job. And that's all I'm saying. I don't, am I in the matrix? What is
No,
that?
no, but okay, no, we could this conversation turn. No, hold on.
What is happening?
No, let's have a genuine conversation because we know that the conversation turned into something else. Now we ended up talking about what happened was we ended up talking about even if a woman was a past stripper, would you date her? And I said that makes her undateable. Period. I said it.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't mean. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't mean some men won't accept it. I'm not talking about 100% of men. That's crazy. Some men would, right? But what I'm saying is most men won't, and it's usually because of past decisions. I don't want to date a woman where I'm walking down the street and other dudes is high fiving because they saw my wife cheeks 2 years ago clapping in the club. I'm sorry.
I get that. I was going again. So this man knew that she was a stripper. He said I would date her as a stripper. I would marry her as a stripper. Once we got married, she would be no longer stripping because there's no reason for that life anymore. He's rich. He's like, there's no reason for that life anymore. We can go and do and whatever. That's all I was saying. I feel what you're saying. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't automatically say that these people are less worthy of having relationships and quality people and all of these things just because they used to dance. That's all I'm saying. If you don't agree, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. I'm not doing the circle with you tonight. I'm too tired and I ain't had not one lollipop. So we will agree to disagree, and that's okay.
That's why you should have lollipops on deck.
Downstairs.
Turn your camera off and go get them. Tia, what's your thoughts on this topic? Do you agree with me, or am I tripping?
Y'all know how I do. I have friends that are strippers. I had met some strippers because I went to the strip club. I observed. It's just men would date women that strip because they love the different things that they can be. They can be a stripper. They can be a really good wholesome woman, and of course they want them to stop. But he ain't gonna stop because she gonna do that for him. So it's beneficial to him, whatever they set up to be. So I just think that it's just a gift that she's able to do that.
She's here.
What's up, Crystal? What's up?
I wanted to know, like, I'm
Yes,
old school, like back in the
Crystal.
day, how you had those strippers. How is that like okay? And now today it's like it's like the awfulest thing ever. for a stripper to be.
It was always I don't think it's awful for a stripper to be a stripper. I feel like you do what you want to do. Here's the thing: I feel like you do what you want to do with your life. It's your life.
Yeah.
But I do believe that you, whatever decision, man or woman, that you make in this lifetime, there's going to be a subset, a great number of people that can either deal with it, or a great number of people who can't. And you can't look at those people like, well, you should give me grace because of who I am now. No, I don't have to. I don't have to give a criminal grace. If I know that you was a thief and you stole stuff 10 years ago, I'm not inviting you in my house today. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you no grace. I don't trust you. I'm not going to put my family around you. I'm not going to trust it around my wife. I'm not going to trust you around my children because I know the type of person, the man that you are. So just because you feel like you deserve grace don't mean I should give you grace. Yeah, yes, Mike.
We had a previous show that we did about basically like stripper culture, and I feel like we're not really tapping into the part of it not necessarily being, it's not really looked at as this horrible thing. Stripper culture has been glamorized for a very long time in music and primarily in hip hop, where it looks like the thing to do. Like you have these rappers, female rappers now that are saying, yeah, I used to be a stripper, or, you know what I'm saying, I changed from being a stripper now to being a rapper, but still doing the dances, having the dancers in their videos or their live performances. Usher just the other day, he's on tour and he got a whole pole, joint shorty up and down on the pole. Like, it's still a thing. So I feel like that lifestyle is not necessarily being condemned in this way that we're portraying it in this conversation. It's not. It's 100% glamorized. It's overly sexualized. And at the end of the day, men are being honest. Like, we like to look at it. We will enjoy it, but we're not going to sit down and say, yo, let me go, buy it in mass or whatever, taking y'all to meet my mom. We're not taking you out to Thanksgiving dinner. We're not about to take you to Jared's or Kay's. You're not gonna get a kiss at Kay. You're not going to Jared's, okay? You just not. And if the guy does, and most of the time it's dudes that are like, it's NFL players, it's basketball players, it's rappers. And no, after shorty gets wifed up, the happenstance that she gets chose, she's no longer a stripper. She's not a stripper anymore. She can no longer do that occupation. So, I mean, like, I feel like those parts of the conversation, we're not really talking about it. It's just like, oh, but what about the person? She's still a person. Yeah, she's still a person. But she's still a person who will be shaking her ass for cash. Like, that's what it is. It's not liturgical dancing. It's not ballet. It ain't Zumba. It ain't none of that. You taking off your clothes and you showing everybody your goodies. That's it. For money. Call a thing a thing. I don't know. I'm gonna drink my water. I'm gonna stay hydrated.
And you're 100% right. It's the rappers. It's the people the celebrities. Like we said, that guy who said that. Matter of fact, Tia, who is that guy? You know who he is?
Who is that guy? That's a good question.
Oh, that's the guy. He did a podcast, and he was on he had his own podcast. I forgot his name. He's attractive. He's an attractive guy. But he had some women that was on there that was really open to their sexuality, and he wanted to take them on. So he's very sexual. Like, he just like, oh, I'll smash or I'll get you. And now that he making that comment about, making a stripper into a wife, I won't doubt that. I know he probably would do something like that.
Right.
He tried to talk to women out of his caliber in a sense of like, ask them a question like, would you have sex with me? And it was like, no. Like, I already know what you're gonna do. Like, I already know how you, especially when he's in Atlanta. So I'm sure he probably have like damn near 60% of Atlanta. So
what's the name of the podcast? His podcast.
Let me look it up for you.
But this is what Blockchain say?
Rich and Unemployed.
Oh, that's the name of his podcast, Rich and Unemployed.
That's what he said.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Those type of men. So if those type of men would accept it. But then the great majority of women, you got to really ask yourself, this is what I believe. Do you really want that kind of man? Like Tia said, he might be attractive to y'all, but this dude will take a stripper. I believe if you're dating a man and you're looking to marry a man and he's that type of man, you really got to start asking yourself questions about that man. I truly do. Why? Why would you be okay if you're gonna take a wife to do something like that? Why would you? You know what I'm saying? What I would like to ask Crystal, and you, Crystal, if you want the link, you could definitely come up. Yo, Ash, you got that toxic cough today.
I know. I know.
I know. I hope you feel better soon.
Thank
But
you.
but Crystal, I want to ask you a question. You could leave it in the comments, or feel free to come up if you want. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link, and any lady that wants to, ladies tonight, fellas, calm down. I'm gonna drop the link for y'all, and feel free to join the show. There goes is currently in the comment section. So feel free to join the show. But Crystal, how has dating life been ever since you stopped stripping? Because that is something that I want to know. Has it gotten better? Is it easy? Do you have to hide that from the men that you're currently dating? Is it something that you are ashamed about? Please let us know. I really want to hear this, so we can have a deeper conversation about this, because it's something that, like I said, men of usually status and caliber, we don't care for that, yo. We don't want that. We don't want that for our children. We don't want that for our daughters. We don't want our sons to go to school and people are like, yo, that's my mom. Yo, my dad said he saw your mom. That's crazy. And you got Tara here who says, I've been ashamed. Right? So it's a problem, and it's the real world. It's where we live. It's what's going on. Ash, what's your thoughts on the topic?
I hear what everyone's saying. Strippers are bad. We shouldn't date them. We don't want our kids to be strippers and date them. I hear it all, but at the end of the day, they're getting dated, right? Like it's someone's cup of tea, right?
Someone's sleeping with them.
Yeah, someone's sleeping with them, dating them, in a relationship with them, whatever. I'm sure there's some married strippers out there. But someone likes it, if it ain't your preference, it's your preference just to be like, like the guy in the video said, I date him, might even marry one, but then she got to quit dancing after we married. I think there's a lot of guys, not a lot, but there's some guys who would love to date a stripper, love to be with a stripper. That's their type, that's their ideal woman. And, if not, then no one would be out here entertaining strippers. Like, if no one was entertaining strippers to the level that they get entertained, they wouldn't, all these clubs wouldn't be open, and these ladies wouldn't be out here with these guys on their arms. I think it's not like the guys who are dating these strippers are like not claiming them. So I just say it's a preferential thing. Some people are for it, some people are not.
Right. My condolences, my deep condolences, Tiara. I'm very sorry about the passing of your husband, actually. Very sorry about that. Very, very sorry about that. But we know it's hard. And as as Crystal is saying here, there's a lot of give me a politically correct word, y'all. I don't want to use that word on YouTube. I don't want to say that. I've been getting demonetized lately, y'all. It's been crazy. Almost like my last 3 episodes been demonetized. So I'm trying to stay away from certain verbiage. But yeah, so a lot of usage of substances, right? Substance abuses, that's what we could say, right? That happens a lot in that industry. So it does something to people. It does something to women, and it turns them cold. And that's what that fear is too. If you're gonna date one, if you're gonna think about taking someone serious, what happens when you have to be the one to kind of clean all of that up? Especially if it's early and she wants to date right after. Now it doesn't mean you can't get married as Tara did. Tara got married, right? I'm not saying it can't happen. There's a man that'll take it. But for the great majority of the men, we have a problem with it. We have a problem with it. So, I don't know. What's your thoughts on this, Jess?
I mean, I'm pretty much in agreement with that, as in to say, it's a lot of trauma and stuff that you got to work through by being in that environment. Just as she said, the realities of it are drugs. It's being, solicited. You never know what from what types, that hard lifestyle and everything. So, it's a lot to consider when you're in that profession. I'm sorry, like it's, as much as it's been glamorized, as we said before, but you have to think about the realities and just be real with it. Like anything comes with realities. Like, if you can't deal with dead bodies, you can't be a mortician. The stigma that people probably think about it and all that stuff when they, hear that you're a mortician. There's just things that come, whether it's, based on facts, whether it's accepted. That's just what it is in this world. That's, give or take.
Right. That's true. That is true. I'm with you. Kit looked like, yo, I'm tired of Mingo tonight. You tired, period. Yo, as a matter of fact, yo, Kit did a lot this weekend. There was a lot of alcohol usage. It was brown of substance. So, but Kit had a great time, and it was so fun hanging out with Kit for my birthday.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Look, brown is how
I did.
That's how you got to do it. But
did some brown stuff yesterday. What was that? That was the What was that? What was the name of it, huh?
Douce or
Screwball.
Oh, Screwball. Yeah, perfect
It was
drink.
my birthday. It was my birthday, right? I celebrated my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say, outside of that, ladies who were former
You don't want to
strippers-
glamorize out.
Nah, we're not glamorizing it.
First things first, we're not going to talk about the featherweight that GMT is, okay? We're not even going to put that out here on the TVs. I didn't say it, but we're not going to talk about it, okay? He's not even a lightweight class. He's a featherweight, so you tickle him. Like, we ain't going to talk about that. But I do want to give a shout out to the former dancers that joined our chat. Really appreciate the insight and your willingness to answer questions because,
Definitely. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Tara.
These are not, easy things to actually not only admit, but, stand in, in that space and be willing to share. So, and I definitely appreciate you all for that. Like, from the GMT family for definite, like, it's, y'all help put light on situations that, for those of us who haven't been in them, can give better understanding. So thank you guys.
Right.
Even on my face, even though I've had like the RBS face all night, don't worry about it. It's actually love. I promise you, it's a smile behind it.
That was Sunday's topic, man. Her and that RBS. RBF, sorry. No, that was Sunday's topic. Ash and that cough.
I'm gonna mute my mic, all right?
Yo, here we go.
We gotta get some Buckleys. Go on Amazon, buy some Buckleys, girl. That'll kick it right out.
So I'm gonna play another video for y'all real quick. Let me know what y'all think about what she has to say. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry about that. For some reason,
stupidity in that because
Let's start it again.
Because a man that provides for a stripper, there's a stupidity in that. Because you know this woman's transactional and yet you're giving her money, she can't respect you. But the man she has to pay for, whether he's like a bouncer that's on half her wage or he's just a personal trainer that she has to cover the rent for, she's more likely to fall in love with him. Because at least he's not stupid enough to financially invest in me. And a part of her unconsciously respects him more than the CEO that's going to buy you a house and a Range Rover because she's like, you're so stupid.
Whoa. Whoa. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Uma, what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think she thinks that they're stupid. I just think that there's more of a connection. You know, like, okay, if I'm not, but if I was a stripper, you know what I'm saying? And I had a CEO of a company buying me all these things and whatnot, I'm very aware that I'm an object to him, right? And I'm aware that it's a physical thing. I'm a product. But when I have the personal trainer or the bouncer, I'm forming actual connections with these people. Most times it's going to be that CEO doesn't want a connection with her. He just wants her like arm candy to look pretty and to go places and do things. So there's no real need for connection there. So I don't think she thinks that they're stupid. It's just, unless there was a CEO who really wanted to have a true, genuine relationship with her, but it's more, she's the product and she knows that. The one thing I have to say about women in this type of field, they will have a lot of self-awareness because at this point it's a survival technique, right? So they can't afford the luxury of being naive or gullible. So they will have a lot of self-awareness. And I feel like that's why I feel like they could get into relationships if they use that self-awareness correctly.
Okay. I am with that. I believe both should know, right? If a man is out here paying for a strip, paying for any woman, because it's not just strippers. Let's keep it real. If you lead with money as men, you should know you're probably going to get used. This just is what it is. If I met a woman, well, not me, let's take me out of this, right? But if a man met a woman and he decides he's going to lead with, hey, how could I take care of you? What could I do for you? The likelihood is the average woman is going to use him. It's only when we tell men be very mindful with your money. That's when you start getting more of a genuine connection with a woman because, hey, she can't use you for nothing. And ladies, if you hold back your box, he can't use you for nothing. So in return, you have a time to actually build something more genuine. Did I say something wrong, Jess? You rolled your eyes on that.
No, I read a comment. Don't worry about me.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So, that's just the thing. It's like once if you both hold back what the other person really wants from the beginning, then you tend to build something more genuine. What's your thoughts on that, Dion?
I think that video was just an example of how some strippers or people in that space can look at men in that way of just being tricks. So it's like touching on what you said, like, yeah, if you're gonna be boisterous about your money, you're gonna show off your money, then I'm just gonna treat you as such, and that's it. So yeah, I think there's gonna be a level of understanding if you're in that space also, like Uma mentioned concerning like the bartender or the security, like you're all sharing in that space. But if you're outside of that space and you're somebody that has a lucrative job or an obscene amount of money and you're showing that, then yeah, you're going to be treated as a trick and she's not going to look at you more than an ATM. So
That's a fact. I'm with you on that.
I think that can happen anyway, regardless of the stripper aspect.
Yeah, I agree. Like, no matter what, if you're a man and you lead with your money, even to the average woman, the average working woman, you usually going to end up with a problem. But if you lead with just being sincere, ladies, don't y'all call that like love bombing or something like that? when a guy just meets you and he just starts spending a ton of money on you?
No,
It's like,
love
for
bombing
what?
is when he tells me he loves me and is all up my behind, like we just met. Love bombing is when he's like overly in love with me off rip for no reason. Like
Yeah, love bombing is
It's like
love bombing is more like they're overly
showing up
avert,
emotions.
like they're doting, they're just doing way more to like make you fall for them like fast. That's more of what love bombing is. Like
So isn't there a term for a man that tends to shower you with gifts very early on in a relationship? Oh,
That's
okay.
just it.
But it ain't.
I feel like it could be a derivative of love bombing, because that could also be a sign of, oh, let me shower you with gifts because I want you to fall in love with me also on top of the emotional aspect. Yeah.
It's not
it could definitely be
necessarily
a
love
derivative.
bombing. Love bombing kind of derives from that, but that's when there's an ulterior motive for behind your why you're buying all of that. That's, you know, to kind of manipulate and persuade, but that's not the love bombing part. Love bombing deals specifically with someone manipulating to try and kind of push the outcome in a sense. So it's not really love bombing per se. You know, it's just showering with gifts. Like that's the thing why some women get played in a sense, because they have to differentiate if this is for real or if this is not. If it's regular if it's love bombing or if it's regularly a man trying to shower you with gifts.
Right. I feel you. Okay. I'm with that. Well, listen, ladies. Listen, I don't want to hold y'all for 2 hours tonight. Just wanted to do an hour and a half with y'all. I have to let the ladies get some rest because they all had a long weekend. You see how I'm just saying, you know, I know Kid tired, Ash is sick and tired. Yo, Ash could drive. I didn't even realize how much driving Ash could do. I stand nothing on her with that. I can't drive as long as she on the road.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
way. I'll hit
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is wild. So with that being said, I'm gonna let the ladies go. This was a great show. Thank you so much, everybody that's over in the chat. For the ladies that came over and shared your experiences with us, thank you so much. Sorry for Ash's cough, but thank you so much for sharing that experience with us, ladies, and also being a part of the chat. Stay a part, you know, keep coming back. Come back week over week. We are here, we are live, and we got some good stuff for y'all. As I was saying, please like the conversation. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It is very important for YouTube's algorithm that they are seeing you guys active in the comments and hitting that like button. So do me a favor and hit the like button. Also, stay tuned for Meet to Marry. As you see on the hat, we are working on our dating show, which should be coming for y'all very soon. We have our mixer in Charlotte, North Carolina, October 24th. Please stay tuned. Follow me on my IG. I will keep you guys updated on the mixes and also when the dating show will start to air. So with that being said, y'all, this has been a good one. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
oh.